IvyFell, morning. The morning comes to you wherever you find rest. Slowly stirring you is the smell of food wafting in the air from the town square. The hustle and bustle of noise soften to a quiet murmur in the distance. Describe how the two of you spend your morning waking up and any preparations for the day ahead before heading towards the town square. So, I know I mentioned Mal had, like, a braid in her hair, and I assume, like, you know, she wakes up and, like, it's all, like, falling out, you know. So she's gonna sit there and, like, fix her braid and, like, maybe I'm assuming she has, like, a canteen of water, so she'll probably take some and, like, splash her face and like, shake out her cloak that she slept on and kind of just put herself back together.
Yeah, Tucker will do kind of something similar. He'll wake up, say good morning, and start kind of packing up his bedroll, putting his pack back together. That way he can leave at a moment's notice. And we'll do something similar, I think. He'll kind of splash some water in his face from his own canteen. Just kind of freshen up a little bit. He'll even pull out, like, this really cheap bottle of cologne and, like, kind of a little bit. I'll say this, assuming your character's taste here, it's okay.
Yeah.
Like, it's not great, but it's alright. Like, I don't know if you're impressed that he even has anything, even if it's cheap, or I don't know.
I don't think she'd necessarily, like, super care. Like, she might, like, be like, oh, that smells nice, but then she won't really care a whole lot.
Okay. So, yeah, that's how Tucker will get ready for the morning, and he'll turn to you and just be like, well, shall we head to the town square? If I remember right, something about a breakfast.
Yeah, we can go see, poke our noses in where it doesn't go.
And he'll just, like, tap the side of his nose and point at you like, yeah, I hear you.
Okay, so it says, stepping into the square, you are both overwhelmed by an assault on the senses. There is hot and cold food set out on rows of tables that have been set out by villagers. It looks like every household has brought their own arrangement of breakfast treats. At your approach, a tall and spindly looking woman, wearing glasses and holding a clipboard appears. Hello, she beams, happily bouncing from foot to foot. She looks excited for her own responsibilities for the day. Are we donating today, or do we have a ticket? She looks expectantly towards the two of you. Oh, man. Did we miss buying tickets?
Yeah, Tucker looks at you with this look of, like, what tickets?
That's so sad.
Let's see. If you have a
ticket... If you have a ticket...
We definitely don't have a ticket.
If you only have gold.
I do have gold.
I also have gold. I won gold from our drinking contest.
I gave myself gold. It was on par.
Yes.
It was on par for the moment.
Okay. So it says, if you only have gold. Okie dokie. Donations then, she smiles. As every household in the village has taken the time to buy the ingredients and cook the food, we do ask that you pay the required amount for each table, but you are welcome to eat as much as you like whilst paying. You can also take any meal you like with you once you have filled yourself. Just come to me for a napkin and a box and you can pick any one of the items on the menu free of charge. She leads you to the center of the village square and promptly abandons you, running off to welcome the next guests. So then it's got a menu for the never-ending breakfast. So there's pastries, there's porridge and honey, eggs and bread, fruit and pancakes, or meats, cheeses, and vine leaves.
Stuffed vine leaves.
Oh, stuffed vine leaves, yes.
Interesting.
I think my character, just at the top, because, I mean, we haven't... So, each of these items on here has, like, a special thing that it does. But we really haven't used any of these that I'm seeing on here. So, I guess we just lose out on the...
Yeah, we just lose on the amount of gold we wanted to have. I mean, Tucker would be hungry, so...
Yeah, so that's what I was going to say, is I think... So, Mal will lean over to Tucker and be like,
Oh, wait. Did you read the italics? It actually has a mechanical benefit.
I know, that's what I was saying. But if you look at some of them, this says, so like, if we were to get a pastry, it tells you how much it costs. And then I was going to read those based on what we picked. But like, this one says, so if we ate a pastry, it says it restores 2 ability points. But we didn't use any. We haven't used any yet.
Yeah.
So we just eat the nice food.
So I would imagine that if we pay, we can eat stuff now. But then if we paid additional, we could take it with the box.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Mal's gonna lean over to Tucker and she's gonna say, "Remind me how much gold you have."
I gave myself 4 from yesterday.
Okay. And I have 5.
Yes.
So if we put our monies together, we could... Let's see, so that's 9. So if we want to, we could get a fruit and pancakes for both of us, which would be 4, and then we have 5 left. So we could get some to go if we want.
Yeah.
Unless there's something else catching your eye.
I was just going to get myself some fruits and pancakes and then maybe some pastries to go later.
Are we the same person? And she'll laugh. She's like, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Okay. As that's what I can currently afford. I almost wish I had one a little bit more, but...
Well, like I said, we'll put our monies together.
Okay.
So
that works.
We'll have 9 total. So if you want something extra, we can get something extra. We just have to be smart about it.
I was thinking, I don't know about you. I was potentially gonna be leaving later, or leaving today potentially, but depending on how the festivities go, I may stick around. I'm not sure, but it might not be a bad idea to have some pastries for later, whether I stay or go. Or you stay or go, or we go.
We always get hungry.
And then as he starts to say the we part, he starts to stumble a little bit more.
We always get hungry, so it's good to have extra stuff on hand. Okay, so we'll do that. We'll do 2 plates of fruit and pancakes, and let's see, so that's 4. So then we can get 2 pastries. 1 for you and 1 for me.
Yes, that would be a total of 8.
Perfect.
Which we have. Let's see, 5. That'll leave us
1 gold.
1 gold.
Yep.
Yes.
So it says, as you enjoy your food, you can join some of the tables in their conversation. Roll an awareness skill roll and see what you manage to overhear. So I'm going to assume that we can.
Yeah.
So I will have mine. Okay.
Yeah.
So I have one gold
1
left.
gold. I have no gold left.
Okay.
But I'm gonna mark that I have pastries.
Yes, and I do too. So
let's see.
And then
restores 2 ability points.
Yeah. So based on what we picked, so the pastries says eating this dish restores 2 ability points. And then we decided on the fruit and pancakes, which it says eating this dish restores 2 hit points. So obviously we haven't lost any hit points yet, I don't think. So we just are eating nice fruit and pancakes for breakfast.
Yep.
Okay. So it says to roll an awareness roll. So I assume we can both roll.
Yeah, I don't see why we both can't roll 1. I have none in awareness, so.
I don't either.
Yeah. I got 6.
I got a 5.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see. Oh, we hear the same thing. So it says 5 through 8. It says, shame about the bear. I think it's barbaric anyway. We shouldn't be harassing these poor creatures. No wonder it was sick. Sick with anxiety, no doubt. I hope they release it soon. Nah, I hear it was sick when they found it. The poor thing probably won't make it in the wild.
Oh, that's...
So, as we're sitting there...
That explains why the bear event got canceled.
Well, as we're sitting there, Mal's cutting, eating her pancakes and her fruit, and then she'll lean in and she'll be like, the real reason what was it, the bear crawl? The bear, what was it?
The bear is something. I honestly don't remember.
Yeah, something about the bears.
I noticed it was canceled, so I didn't think too much about it.
But that's why it got canceled.
I just thought it was a little too dangerous, but the exact opposite happens.
I was thinking somebody got eaten by the bear, but come on.
Maybe it's sick from eating a bear.
Somebody got sick from eating the bear?
No, the bear got sick from eating somebody. But I suppose that's a morbid thought. I'll keep eating my pancakes.
So yeah, I assume that we'll sit there and eat and chit chat and then eventually move on. So
IvyFell, approaching noon. Just as you're beginning to get full to bursting, the axe-wielding man from the bonfire last night strides... Oh wait, did we have to spend initially and then spend more later?
That's what it... Yes, because we didn't have a ticket.
Let's see, okay.
So...
But you're welcome to eat as much as you like whilst paying. You can also take any meal you like with you once you have filled yourself. So, no, we only had to pay 1. So if we just had pastries, then we've only had to pay 2 gold total.
That's okay. Well, it sounded
or
like...
2 gold each.
Well, because it says... but I figured it was whilst paying, so we had to pay for...
I think it's an all-you-can-eat buffet, essentially.
Yeah, but I thought because we didn't have a ticket, we had to pay for
we had
the items we had
to pay to get in.
Well,
but once we were in...
But we're paying for what we're eating because we don't have the menu. Because we don't have this.
Yeah, so... But no, if you look... We do ask you to pay the required amount for each table.
For each table,
but you are welcome to eat as much as you like whilst paying. You can
so
also
we can
it doesn't
sit there.
Say anything about. So
yeah,
once
so
we're in, we're good.
But I'm assuming that these are different tables, which is why there's a cost to each one.
Oh, okay. So if we want fruit and pancakes, we have to pay that.
2 for you and 2 for me to sit at that table and eat as much as we want. Once we pay, we can take what we want.
Okay.
So they're different tables.
Okay, maybe it's one of those things you can play in either way, but how we're personally interpreting it is this way.
That's just what makes sense to me.
Yeah.
It makes sense that I can go, okay, I'm going to sit and eat some pastries while I'm here. 2 gold, Okay.
Alright, sounds good. Sorry about that.
So we eat as much as we want, essentially.
IvyFell, approaching noon. Just as you're beginning to get full to bursting, the axe-wielding man from the bonfire last night strides to the center of the village square. Beside you, at one of the tables, a couple of the villagers begin to murmur, whispering between themselves in either excitement or anticipation. Still wearing his blacksmith's apron, the large man approaches a set of steps by the well and raises his great axe into the air, holding it triumphantly. The villagers cheer and clap, causing a ripple of surprise and confused copying from the tourists who have come for the festival, and the axe-wielder lowers his weapon before speaking in a deep and weighty voice. Cleavers of IvyFell, I seek a strong soul within your ranks to come forward and break stone, someone mighty in both skill and spirit, who can mark another year of this great village, and honor our ancestor who brought us to safety and refuge in this valley. Do you know one among you? Around you, a few of the villagers begin to talk, laughing among themselves, as some overconfident fathers and aspiring young children step forward. You might even choose to join in yourselves. What did he say? He said strength and spirit. I have 1 in spirit. I'm assuming those are the skills we're going to need to use.
I have neither. So I will gladly sit this one out.
Okay. Tucker might. I don't know. Oi, Ezza. Not feeling too delicate after last night, are you? A man calls as the woman you might have spotted from the drinking contest the day before steps forward. She gives him a hand gesture and begins boasting her own ego with the other volunteers.
Oh yeah, because that went so well for you yesterday. Okay, so our options are join in or... Oh, jeez. All the tables. Is there another option? Or sit out.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
You know what?
It's either join in or sit out.
You know what? Tucker's gonna join in.
Okay.
Just for the sake of...
So, I'm
trying.
gonna sit out. So, kind of like the other one, I think we'll do the sit out first.
Well...
I'm okay with it.
Are you okay with that? Or
yeah.
Or should we play it as if I'm in, though? Because sitting out is only...
remember we did it the same way in the drinking contest, where it said if you were gonna sit out to read the sit out first, and then, like, it kind of like in D&D it's happening at the same time.
Okay. Yeah, let's try that.
Okay, so I'm gonna sit out. So now we'll look at Tucker and be like, what do you think? Are you gonna join in? Or...
I don't know. Do you think I should?
It might be fun to watch you.
He thinks about this heavily for a moment. Alright, I will try. And he steps forward very confidently, but you can't see it on his face as he's stepping forward. He's like, oh.
Alright.
What am I doing?
So, I'm gonna sit out, so I'm gonna read what happens, and then I think we'll
jump back, yeah.
We'll jump back.
So essentially we'll read both options, essentially.
Yeah, because there's quite a few parts to the contest. So,
alright.
Yeah. I think because because it says if you're both attempting the challenge. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna read what happens on the sideline while this is going on. Because I'm not going to do it. So it says you join the audience, looking on to the challenge. As one by one, the participants try their hand at cleaving the stones. Several of them struggle to carry the axe, letting the audience return to a gentle chatter as they wait for something exceptional to happen. Essa steps forward wearing her ego like an armor, unaware of how fragile it could be when it shatters. But she does manage to pull up the axe. I just imagine Mal, like, swinging her champion medal while watching this.
Yeah.
It says you watch with surprise as she manages to carry it over to the first stone and land a swing with a small crack to its surface. The blacksmith also looks surprised to see the stone fractured and stumbles over his words. I suppose, yes. Yes, you have cleaved the first stone. Please continue to the second. Essa gives a grind as she struggles to retrieve the axe and move to the next stone. The wind picks up, sending a chill through the shadowed area and rattling the boarded fence to the animal pen. You could swear you heard the wind groan. Perhaps the ancestors are rethinking who they blessed with strength. The audience grows quiet as they wait to see if Essa is capable of raising the axe a second time. A clink of metal among the crowd steals your attention. Just rows behind you, you can make out the uniform of the King's Guard. A couple of guardsmen have paused to watch the event, looking out of place among the festivities in their heavy armor. Get on with it! Someone shouts out from the crowd. Essa laughs and goes to swing again, but the action is cut short. Oh. Maybe we should have done you first. But the action is cut short by a blood-curdling roar from the boarded-up animal pen.
Okay.
So, if you still want to do it, we can go back.
Yeah, let's... I kind of want to try it, just to try.
So, that's what I assume we can kind of...
If you can beat Essa in a drinking contest, I like to think I can. But...
Do you want me to read it since you're going to roll, or do you want to read it and roll?
I can read it.
Okay.
Joining the small gathering that is beginning to form around the axe wielder, you see a group of people bringing over 3 tables with different color large stones on each. The group set down the tables to the side by an old fenced-off animal pen, the ivy-covered cliff casting a looming shadow over the contest ground. A few of the children around you begin to get overexcited as the great axe is swung into the earth by the blacksmith. I bet I'm strong enough to pick it up with one hand. I'm super strong. No way, I bet you fall. I bet you fall on your face. This is the cleaver, the blacksmith shouts over the ruckus. Those who aren't participating start to form an audience around the space, still filling their faces with the remains of breakfast. An ancient weapon, said to be held by our founder when he faced off the ancient woods and monsters of the forest, carving a safe path for us all. It is a weapon of honor, a weapon of the people, and only those who have a good spirit are said to be able to wield it. Those who seek darkness and those who seek power will only bring doom on themselves when stealing its strength. He turns to face the participants and raises a hand to gesture at the 3 stones brought before you. Each of these stones can be found in this valley. The cleaver has the strength to shatter them all, but only when wielded in the right hands. The participant that is capable of cleaving each of these stones shall be awarded the title Cleaver of IvyFell and awarded 100 gold. Oh, heck yes. Yes. Oh. It's a good day to be a DPP. And awarded 100 gold. Do any of you have the might to beat this? You watch as a handful of children all attempt at picking up the great axe with little success. One manages to pull it out of the ground but simply falls over with it, whilst another drags it across the ground, making a line in its path. The men and women who join in have an easier time pulling up the weapon, standing with it whilst onlookers cheer before putting it back down, but only a couple of people make it to the first stone. The cleaver bounces off the stone, deflected without the force required to push it through the rock. No one manages to cleave it. After a few polite claps, rewarding the attempt of the last participant, it is finally your turn.
Oh.
You step forward, wrapping your hands around the handle of the great axe, ready to yank it out of the ground.
Okay.
Make a strength skill roll. I have 0. I was really hoping. Okay.
Alright, try it. Well, okay. So, it says, your hand slips on the hilt of the great axe, leaving it where it remains. Another valiant effort, but the cleaver has chosen otherwise. The blacksmith announces, clapping you on the back. Train well in the months that follow this, and next year, maybe you will be one step closer to winning. He gestures for you to join the audience. So then this is where we would have read the sit out.
Okay, so really, the sit out option is what actually really happens in our gameplay, because I totally failed.
Okay, well...
Spectacularly.
So again, just at the end of the sit out, it mentions that there's a loud curdling
Yeah, so
roar.
East is able to cleave, I think, at least one. Wait, hold on.
She cleaves one and is onto the second one when there's guards that come into the crowd that look out of place.
She's about to cleave the second one when a loud noise happens. So yeah, so Ease is the only one then that's able to even cleave one stone at least.
Okay.
Alright.
Do you want to read it or do you want me to read it?
I'll read it.
Okay.
IvyFell in shadow. There is stunned silence for a moment before the roar comes out once again, far louder than last time. A wave of darkness bursts through the beams of the fence, shattering them and sweeping through the crowd and knocking everyone to their feet. An oppressive feeling of negativity looms down on you. The shadows suddenly icy cold. Weakness seeps into your bones. You have felt this before. The oppressive nature of a grimmed monster.
Oh, joy.
Oh, well.
Alright, so...
Trigger Tucker's PTSD.
I know, triggers are...
Make a spirit skill roll.
Alright.
Target 5. Oh, it's 5.
Okay, let's do it. Ready?
Okay.
Set. Go. I rolled a 2. Okay.
Oh, I got a 6.
So it's a 6. Oh, because you have...
I got +1 to spirit.
Oh,
so yeah.
I jumped. Okay, so it says result 4 or below. Roll with disadvantage for your turn order.
Oh, we're doing combat.
So then it says result 5 or above. Or roll normally for your turn order.
Okay, so yeah.
Okay.
And I'm assuming disadvantage is kind of like in D&D.
You roll
twice. Yeah.
I'll roll 2 d6s and take the lower number.
An intimidating growl reverberates in the air as you look up, spotting a creature crawling out from the old animal pen. Black as ink, its form leaking darkness into the shadows around it as 2 black pinprick eyes of white strike through the form. It reveals its teeth in a sinister smile, prowling forward on all fours before coming to stand taller than any person. Sharp claws ready to make its first strike. The bear from the cancelled final events. Oh, well, rip.
Yikes.
Well, I guess that's what happened when you don't go through PETA.
Alright. Okay, so then there's a picture of the map. So, okay, so this is where the competition's taking place. So I assume we're, like, out here.
Yeah.
And this is where the bear is.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. Oh. Player. But we decide.
Oh, there's
so you're
So there's a map and
suggested
it has
places.
2 suggested places, assuming that one person sat out and one person participated. But if neither of you sat out, then maybe the other person can be in one of the squares next to the player sitting out, and vice similar. Or, well, no, it could be alternating because one of us could have done it because we would have both had a chance to roll before. So yeah, so those are the 2 positions.
Okay, so it's
okay.
The Grimmed Bear is already placed on the map in its suggested position. The opponent. Well, you rolled for the opponent last time, so I'll roll.
Yeah.
Okay. So now it's time to roll for our turn order. So I'm going to roll for myself first. And since I have to roll with disadvantage, I'm going to roll 2 for myself. So I got 2 4s.
Nice.
So, okay. So I got 4.
I roll normally. I rolled
Got a 2.
Nice.
Okay, and I'm going to roll for the Grimmed Bear. Okay. And he also rolled a 2. So roll again.
Well, do we add something?
It doesn't say to. Because I don't remember if we do or not.
Okay. I got 3.
Oh, are we re-rolling?
Yeah.
Okay.
I re-rolled.
Do I have to re-roll?
No.
Okay.
It's me and the bear tied.
Oh, yes. Okay. So...
Because the bear also has 0 awareness.
Yes. Okay, so it's Mal, and then Tucker, and then the bear.
Yes.
Okay, give me just a second. I'm trying to...
So, Tucker would be closest to the bear.
Yes, but you're not going first.
No, I'm not going first. You're going first.
So how much does it... Remind me, did the rulebook say how much movement you have?
Oh, that's a great question.
Because D&D gives you a movement speed, but I don't have... Because I know it says there's an option to move, but...
Oh, you roll movements based on...
Oh, yes, you roll D6, and then that's how many squares you can move?
Yeah, I don't think there's anything you add to it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think you add anything to it. It's just by pure chance.
Okay.
See how close you get to that bear.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll for my movement. Okay, so I can move 2 squares. So I guess assume Mal jumps, like just jumps over the little like barrier here. Jumps over it and then moves 2 squares, so she'll be up by that second table.
Alright.
And then I can't necessarily do anything besides that right now.
You feel like you're too far away still?
Yeah.
That's fair.
So I don't necessarily want to use any of our abilities until we're closer. So that'll be my turn.
Alright. Which means it's Tucker's turn. Tucker is going to see the Grimmed Bear and remember what had happened to our village and our hometown. And because he's actually been enjoying the festivities, he's going to have this swell of courage of Not again. So he is going to attempt to defend the populace against the bear. So he will roll to see how close he gets. He also got 2. So I'm going to be cool. I'm going to leap over the table. And I'm also still kind of too far away to do anything. So
okay,
I guess it's the bear's turn.
Yeah, it's the bear's turn. So
okay, so
does the bear get the option to move?
The bear does get an option to move, and then for the bear, he has a certain
yes.
He rolls. So essentially, we roll to see what he's going to do.
Yeah. So
because he also has
in this it between 30 to 15 hit points. You use this table. And below 15, you use this table.
Oh.
So.
Oh, this bear's got second wind. Awesome.
Do we want the bear to move? Or
I
do
would
you
imagine
want to
the bear. Well, I feel like the bear's intent is to spread grimness everywhere. So.
Okay, so you're rolling to see.
Yeah, I'm going to roll to see how much the bear gets. Oh, wow. This is a loaded dice, apparently. He also just moves 2. And. I'm just going to say he's just going to go straight forward.
Yeah, like in that wood pile.
Yeah, I think on that wood pile there.
Okay. So, and then I don't necessarily think that the bear would do... I don't think the bear would do anything quite yet.
No, I don't think the bear would either. So
okay.
It's just a matter of getting close enough range.
So, we're back to my turn.
Mm-hmm.
I swear if this rolls a 2, we're putting this away.
Yeah, for reals.
5. Okay.
Nice.
So, I'm going to hop over that table there too. So
nice.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then go, right in front of it. And then I am going to actually use some of my ability points because I have what's called Stab in the Dark. Okay. And I get to roll finesse against his guard. Using 2d6 instead of 1d6.
Okay.
So, I'm going to subtract 2 from my ability points.
Yep.
Which is 13.
And the bear has a guard of 4, so you gotta beat a 4, essentially.
Well, and if I get to add my finesse to it, then I have +4 to my 2d6 roll.
Okay.
So, do you want to roll the bear for... Wait,
no,
just 4. I roll.
Yeah.
That easily meets it. I got a 6 and a 4, which is 10, +4, which is 14.
Oh, dopes.
So then I do 2d6 damage to the bear.
Nice. And what ability was that again?
Stab in the Dark. My class archetype.
Oh, and it gives you 2d6?
Yeah,
Dope.
It says 2d6 damage.
Nice. Let's kill this bear. Oh,
Again,
okay.
I rolled pretty well. I rolled a 5 and a 4. Oops.
So 9.
So -9. So we're trying to keep track of the... So 30, 21.
Yep.
So...
That was a good stab.
In one stab, he's down to 21 hit points.
Dopes.
Alright, and that is my turn.
Okay. Tucker is going to call out... Tucker's going to call out... Mal! And he's going to rush forward. And what he's going to do is he's actually going to go... Oh, wait, hold on. I got to roll... Sorry, I'm so used to having a movement speed in D&D. Like, I first got to roll for movement.
I know.
That was out of the thing. Does it count?
No, you can roll again.
Okay. It doesn't matter. Same number. I got 4.
That's not too bad.
So I'm actually going to move over here. And I am actually going to go ahead and invoke our backstory ability, Sharing the Burden. So I need to subtract 3 AP for my 15.
Oh, I don't have that on my sheet.
You have 15 AP.
Yeah, I do, but
yeah,
the special ability you're talking about, I don't have.
Okay. Oh.
Here, on mine.
Yeah,
That's okay.
It's in there. So now I only have 12 AP left. But it says sacrifice a number of guard to your partner for 3 turns. And I'm going to give you an additional guard. I'm going to -1.
Okay,
from
so
me and
I
give
get
you 1.
+1?
Yeah, so your guard's going to be 6.
Okay. For 3 turns?
For 3 turns, yep.
Okay.
And that is my turn. Which means...
It is now the bear's turn.
It's the bear's turn.
So I don't think the bear's going to move.
That's true.
I think the bear will just attack because I'm right in front of it. And
well, I think the bear
stab
would
it.
move because there's still 1 space away.
Is it?
Yeah, there's still
I
one.
thought he was right in the middle.
Well, it's fine. I don't know if he doesn't need to roll for that because it's 1.
So
he's automatically going to get at least 1. So he's going to probably go up right up to you because you're the closest.
Mm.
I feel like that just makes sense. It's an animal.
Do you want to roll it or do you want me to roll it?
You can roll it.
Okay. So we're at 21, so we're going to use the first table.
Don't roll anything bad.
Rolled a 2. It says Bear's Bite. Melee. It says roll strength against the character's guard. If successful, roll 1d6 plus 2 damage.
Oh, okay.
So
that's not probably the most horrible thing.
Strength is +2.
So you're going to essentially roll that, add 2, and see if it gets a 6 or higher.
No.
Yes.
That is a 4.
So I believe it just doesn't succeed.
Yeah, so it's one of those, like, it misses.
So I'd imagine the bear, like, comes up to you and just...
Well, I, like, stab it, and then I think it tries to lash out, but it's caught off guard.
So, like, it's blinded by blood or something on its...
Well, that or it's just shocked that I stabbed it.
I mean, most things would be shocked. But also upset that you stabbed it. Alright, so...
So, then we're back to my turn.
Yes, back to Mal.
Okay, so I think I can just stab it without using ability points, right?
I believe you have to use ability. There's no, like...
Because I was going to say...
There's no quote-unquote cantrip ability.
Well, I was going to... No. I'm not wanting necessarily to use anything special, but if I just want to attack it, I can say, I'm going to use my dagger and roll 1d6 finesse versus their guard, can't I?
No, I double-checked this. You have to use abilities. Either use movement or use abilities.
That seems a little silly.
I can double-check.
Because you'd go through your ability points really fast then, I feel like.
Taking your turn, there are 2 simple things that you can do in your turn. Move and use an ability.
That's so dumb, though, because then you're going to burn through them, but alright.
Yeah, I guess the idea is...
Okay, then I
try
guess...
to conserve it.
But how do you conserve it when... Like, you gotta... Okay, anyways.
Well,
alright, I guess I'm going to take away 2 more, then.
I would imagine that... There's only maybe 1 combat per session, or like 1 formal combat. I don't know,
but I guess I'll take away 2 so I can get my... That already meets the guard.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's a 4, and I just rolled a 7 plus my finesse, which is another 4. So
nice.
Roll damage.
Oh, nice.
I rolled an 11. So that is going to bring us down to... That's... to 10.
Nice.
So we're using this table now.
Yeah, we're already down to the second half table.
Okay,
so,
your turn. Because, can I... Okay, so in D&D you can have like a free action, right? To like, drink a health potion or something like that.
You bonus action?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I use... Because I'm not going to move.
Yeah.
Can I use that action to eat a pastry? Or like a bite of it?
You know what? Sure, why not?
Because we have the pastries that give us back +2 to our ability points.
Yeah, you can if you want to.
So I'm going to do that because I'm using them and I want to make sure I have enough.
I don't see why not. If you can do it in video games, you can do it.
I'll hold off, but
if you can do it in Legend of Zelda, and like be fighting an enemy and then pause the game and like have them eat on the loading screen and then go back to the fight, then I don't see.
Yeah.
Why
Okay.
not.
Well, I might do that next turn, but I'm not going to do that right now.
Oh, okay, you're gonna wait one more turn.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't see why not. We can double check. I think I saw in the rulebook section for items, but I think for now we'll play it that way because why not? It's our adventure. All right, so Tucker is actually going to stay where he's at, so I'm not going to roll for movement because I'm going to use my class archetype, which is Sweet Talker, and only costs 1 AP.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's no stipulation whether it's an animal or a sentient being or whatever. It just says I can add 1d6 to an opponent's ability roll as a plus or as a negative. I will choose negative. So whatever ability, when he rolls for his ability, I'm just going to minus 1d6.
Okay.
So, on his next turn, which is now. Would you imagine the bear is just gonna keep going after you?
Yeah, I keep stabbing it, so I assume that.
That's fair. That's fair. So let's roll to see what the bear does.
So 5. Painful roar. The bear lets out a pained roar. Roll 1d6 and move the bear again away from the characters in a tree.
Oh, nice. Okay. It's gonna move away.
Oh,
it doesn't like that.
Painful roar. Okay.
Yeah, because it's low on hit points. Yeah. So how far? It's gonna move 5 spaces away from you. Okay. It can only go one direction though. So 1, 2.
So
I guess it's just gonna go. Yeah, it's just gonna go right there. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. That's very fortunate.
Okay, so.
Ooh, we could have had a bad one. There's a couple. There's one where it can heal itself.
It's okay. We'll see. We'll see what happens. There's still a chance it could.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna. Apparently, because I'm doing so good, I'm gonna chase this thing down. I'm gonna scream at it. Come back here, you coward! And I move 3 spaces towards it.
So he's gonna move forward?
Yeah.
Okay, you're within, like... Assuming these are 5x5s, you're, like, 10 feet away.
And so we're agreeing that I could chuck a dagger.
You know what? I don't see why not.
And so what would I roll with that, though? Would I roll my finesse?
You would just use your ability.
Okay. So
to stab, yeah.
Okay. Then that's what we're doing. That's already going to meet it, too.
Nice.
Because that's a 8 plus my finesse, which is 4.
Okay, so roll damage.
That's 7. So it's down to 3 hit points.
Yeah, this bear ain't looking good.
No.
I mean, granted, I think it's already ugly as it is.
And
but...
she goes, "You're not gonna take this village too."
Nice.
And that is my turn.
All right, so Tucker's actually going to move in. He's going to be invigorated even further and help you out. He's going to move at least 3 closer, which is very unfortunate because...
I know, Tucker's just being moral support.
Yeah, I know. Tucker's totally being... I'm just going to do... Oh, shit. So he's going to be right there. Even if I wanted to throw a dagger, I don't think I can, so I'll just use...
Oh, I got a -2 for
I'm going to use Team Cheer, which is my origin ability, and it costs 2 AP, so I'm down to 10 AP. Add Spirit modifier to any rolls for the next 3 turns.
So that's 1. For you, though.
No, it just says to any rolls.
Oh, okay.
It's team cheer. It's a team effort.
Oh. Okay. So it's my turn?
He's like, get it, Mal! Grim won't win again!
Okay, so I'm assuming because it's back to... Oh, wait.
It's the bear's turn.
It's the bear's turn.
Yeah.
So, is the bear going to continue running, or is he going to fight?
Why don't we roll an ability this time and see what the ability lands on, and depending on what it lands on, then we can decide if it moves to do it.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because it was moving away. It's scared. So...
1. Oh, yes.
Oh.
Yep. Yeah.
Apparently it doesn't like the shouting that Tucker is doing.
It says, Grim Strike. Roll strength against the character's guard. If successful, reduce the character's guard by 2 for the next 3 turns.
Oh, so no damage, but it's reducing your guard, which is fine, because you have +1 guard already.
Well, it'll be done at the end of this turn. It's already been 3 rounds. So I will go down to...
No, it says roll strength against the character's guard. So it's got to roll a strength check. And its strength is +2, so it's got to roll a d6 +2.
Yeah. Yep.
It just met it, so you're down to 4 guard right now.
No, I'm down to 3.
No, because you have +1.
Yeah,
I gave you +1
for 3 turns. This is my 3rd turn.
No, for the next 3 turns. It says for the next 3 turns.
I know, so I will be at 3 for the next 3 turns because you're +1. This is my 3rd turn.
No. It's not based on the actual number of turns. It's based on from the moment it does Grim Strike for the next 3 turns. So if there's going to be 3 more turns after this...
because your +1 expires for me because it was for 3 turns.
Okay, I'm sorry.
This is my 3rd turn.
Okay.
So that goes away. So
okay.
I have, so it's -2?
Yep.
Okay, so I have 3 guard for the next 3 turns.
Oh no. Okay. So
that...
Yeah.
I don't... Well, do we feel like the bear would have to move to do that?
The bear would have to move to do that. However, it doesn't have to roll to get to you. Because it's within 1 space.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, actually, no, it does. It does have to do that. So, we'll see what it rolls. No, it's... Yeah. Okay. It easily does it. So, it's going to get in the water here. Or there. Alright.
So, that was its turn.
Yeah, so...
so it's my turn.
Yeah, Mal's turn.
Okay, I am going to use... I'm going to continue to... Okay, I'm going to do this. So, I can only use 1 ability, huh?
Yeah. You can only use 1 ability per turn.
No, I'm going to be mean. I'm going to end this bear.
Okay.
I'm going to use Stab in the Dark again.
When in doubt, stab.
That's 6 plus my 4, which is 10.
Okay, so you gotta roll damage, right?
Yes, I do. And I have to get higher than...
You have to get a 2 and a 1. Yep. Good odds. Very good odds.
And it is dead.
You killed the bear.
So she just takes this thing and she just like... Aah! And it I imagine it just dissipating.
Oh, you stab it and just...
So, whoops. Okay.
Oh, it tells you. Okay.
It says the final blow. You come to deliver the final blow on the grimmed bear, ready to bring the fight to its end and keep the villagers safe, when your eyes lock with the pitiful creatures. No longer white and thoughtless, you see the reflection of yourself in their dark orbs. It looks ready to accept its fate. Do you choose to put an end to the creature or show the bear mercy? Nope, we're putting an end to it. So then it says you deliver the final blow, ending the creature's life and witnessing as the darkness and shadow surrounding the bear dissipates, disappearing into thin air and leaving the bear's body behind. It's over, the grime is gone, and it cannot hurt anyone here anymore. Warmth returns to the air.
Alright. That's interesting that you have an option to show it mercy or to finish it.
Yeah.
But you finished it.
Yes. Yep.
That's fair. Self-defense.
Just again, knowing, well, but also knowing the experience that Tucker and Mal have had with the Grimes, it wouldn't make sense to spare it.
Yeah. Alright. The fight is over. The shadows of the cliff begin to creep away as the dreadful feeling leaves the area. Around you, the crowd slowly gathers themselves back together, shaken by the sudden disturbance and events. Essa and the blacksmith look at you both with awe, having witnessed the event firsthand. Before either have a chance to open their mouths, the king's guardsmen have pushed their way to the front of the crowd and have drawn their weapons in case the bear leaps back to life. Who are you? I want your names, the lead guardsman barks, allowing you a chance to introduce yourselves. Politely introduce yourselves or rudely refuse?
I think, I don't think it's rudely refused, but, Mal's probably gonna go pull her dagger out of the bear and, clean it off and stuff before she walks over to introduce herself.
Okay, so essentially, ultimately, you're introducing yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing, too.
So we'll walk over, and do you want to lead the car?
Sure.
Oh, I'll read it, I guess. So it says, tourist. The guardsman looks toward the blacksmith, who nods. There are not many who can count themselves among those who have survived a fight with the Grimed. You have wounds? I will need to have them looked at for any traces of contamination. None of us do. He nods to another woman in uniform who comes to tend to your wounds whilst he confers with another guard.
Well, I don't think the bear ever hit us, so it doesn't matter. So
yeah.
So we're not refusing. There's just nothing to.
Oh, and...
Oh, what?
That's it. Yeah. Interesting.
Oh, yeah, it's okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Session end. Your characters have a moment of rest and downtime after their efforts in IvyFell. You can use this break between sessions to discuss between the two of you any other conversations that your characters might have on the road to the capital, as well as any parting words you have with any of the people in IvyFell. You can also choose to spend this time writing any character journals or reflecting on your character's internal thoughts.
Obviously, I think, we might not roleplay this out, but I obviously think that Tucker and Mal probably sit and have a long discussion about, what they felt in that moment and, Mal killing the bear and what it felt like and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I think as the guardsmen inspect us for contamination, Tucker will say, You can look at us if you wish. There is no contamination. But Mal, are you okay?
She doesn't look hurt at all, and she's like, I'm fine.
That was impressive.
Thank you.
I did not doubt your ability, but it was impressive nonetheless. You definitely made an impression on the townsfolk here.
I just have to keep everybody safe. Especially from things like that.
Especially from things like that. And I think that's actually a good note to end the roleplay on. Mm-hmm. So it looks like we're heading to the capital, ultimately.
Yeah. So then this is where we get the end of session, rewards is what it says. So it says your character's ability and hit points return to maximum.
Dope.
Then it says plus 10 hit points, plus 5 ability points, and any one ability of the list below.
Oh.
So there's it looks like there's 2 options.
So we had 30 hit points now?
Yes, so it's plus 10. So
plus 5, so that's 20.
Yeah, so 20 ability points and 30 hit points.
Okay.
And any ability. So the first one says cleave, and it costs 3. Is it okay? But it says any one. So do we have to agree on it? I think we would. I think that makes sense. So it says cleave, 3 ability points, and then it says melee. It says you bring down your weapon with brute strength Chopping your way through the enemy's defense, roll a strength skill against the opponent's guard. If successful, roll 1d6 damage and half the opponent's guard for the next 3 turns. Or it says resilience, and that's 1 AP. It says you have learned how to be tough in the face of adversity. Spend your turn focusing your energy and shrug off the problems facing you. You can cancel any effects the opponent has placed on you before this turn.
Okay.
I like that one.
I mean, I feel like that one fits a thiefy character more, honestly.
But that's what our characters are.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. It fits the thief character archetype a little bit more. So, I think when it says any one ability from the list below, I honestly interpret that as either we can both pick one together or we can both pick individually.
Well,
That's how I interpret
I'm going to pick resilience because that just makes the most sense to me.
That fits with mine because I'm a charmer thief. So
we both add resilience.
Yeah. So let me write that down. Let's see. So it just essentially cancels out.
And then that's...
Cancels out opponent's effect. That's kind of cool. I like the rewards at the end.
Looks like that's the end of it.
Yep, that's the end of the session.
It's funny because it's got an items page.
Yeah.
So you can look at a bag of baking soda.
Wait, where was the bag of baking?
Wait, I have the champion medal.
Yeah.
It says this simply embossed medallion is attached to a woven ribbon that can be worn around your neck. Oh! Whilst wearing this item, you may add 1 to your spirit modifier.
Oh, dang it. We should have looked. Dang it.
I didn't think anything of it.
Oh, you should probably write that down because you still have it. Unless you plan on returning it.
No, I'm keeping it.
What a thief.
I won it!
That is hilarious. Oh, we forgot to loot the bear.
A takeaway box with 1 item from the never-ending breakfast you have taken with you.
Oh, let's loot the bear.
Eat the contents of the box. Once you've used this ability, discard the item. What did you roll?
I rolled a 2.
For the bear?
Yeah, I forgot that there was a loot table for the bear.
There is a loot table for the bear.
I got a 2. Oh, I got fleas. No, this sucks.
Should we see if there's anything special that the fleas do?
Yeah, the fleas do something.
Barrel bag.
Fleas.
Something is itchy. Where on earth did you pick these up from? Until you have a bath, you suffer a -1 penalty to your ability points.
Canon. We immediately take a bath after this. Alright.
And we didn't have to do the So You Died page.
Yay. I still think that's hilarious. So.
And that's, that's the end. So we survived, we saved the town, and we get to leave.
If you guys enjoy what we're doing, please leave us a review on the podcast of your choice, preferably something positive. If you're not able to leave a proper review on the podcast of your choice, be sure to share us with your friends and family. If you don't follow us on social media, you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Threads, and also YouTube, as we are uploading our podcast to YouTube, and there may or may not be additional videos in the future there as well. So make sure you hit that subscribe notification there as well. But ultimately, thank you guys for joining us so much for Roll Table for 2. We had a lot of fun with it, and we look forward to discussing it a little bit further now that we have actually played it. Happy rolling!